I've done film. I never do miking. Okay, we good there?
That needs to be facing me, no?
It is facing you. Tuck it through.
Wait a minute, that's like right in the middle of my chest, is that right?
Okay.
Is that good? Do you want me to test the audio for you?
Check, check, check.
Check, check, check. We're talking.
You're talking.
In this workshop, in this moment together with Gail Thackray. And let it go.
What's going on?
And then take another deep breath.
Check, check, check.
And hold it.
Just, I'll show you.
And as you do, set your intention for this entire weekend.
See how the headroom
And
is?
how this time together with Gail is going to just set the frequency
Pan this up like
for
this.
your entire expo experience and for your life.
No,
Because you have that opportunity right now.
Never mind. Just make it work.
With a smile, let it go.
I'll be back.
Have fun.
And let's all open our hearts because you are about to go on a galactic, cosmic, multi-universal experience and an incredible adventure with Gail Thackray. And she's doing something really special that she's never done before about jumping timelines. And it's going to be moving into a new timeline. And she shared that it's about clearing the old karmas. And she had an experience when she was working with the psychic surgeons that she realized that even an example like someone sitting in a wheelchair, they could get up and walk by jumping into another timeline where they were healthy. And that's just an example of what's possible for you. And she's going to be guiding all of us. And even people that are watching this DVD, wherever you are, you have this moment.
You want to see if you can find a spot?
And you can do this from anywhere. And you're going to get some
What about there? Is there somebody there?
of how to create incredible wealth and heal finances, heal relationships, really create the dreams of your life.
Sit down.
And Gail is taking all her experience
You can also sit
and
down
being
there.
a really gifted medium and a gorgeous goddess that is always
I
radiant.
think there's a
and
spot next to
shimmering.
that blonde lady
And
over
she
there.
adds such light. And her beautiful daughter, Sydney, let's all just send some extra love to Sydney. You'll hear about this later, and I really encourage you all to go to their booth and, see what they've got. It's magical, and just connect with them. And I'm sure Gail will tell you more. Sydney is going to be leading the pearl ceremony, I believe, later tonight.
Hi,
So
come on
we'll
in,
get
come on
more
in.
details on that. But for now, let's open our hearts.
There's a space over there. You guys are welcome to come down
A
the
loving,
sides.
awesome,
that
magical
was
welcome
thinking
to
so.
Gail Thackray, and thank you for all the beautiful work you do. Gail has been a huge part of every Conscious Life Expo. She's like the face of Conscious Life Expo, and such a gorgeous, radiant, sparkling goddess you are. One more time,
Oh,
give it up
thank
to
you.
Gail Thackray.
Thank you, darling.
We love you.
And thank you to everybody for being here. Are we going to jump some timelines? Woo! Who wants to be on a timeline where they are healthy, they feel fantastic, they have no health problems, they look 10 years younger, 20 pounds lighter? Who wants to be on that timeline? Who wants to be on a timeline where they have a perfect relationships, perfect family relationships, love in their life? Who's single right now, wants a relationship? Woo! Let's be on that timeline. There's a couple of singles up here. There's a couple back there if you just want to make that happen. Who wants to be on a timeline where we have more abundance in our lives? Woo! If you don't need that one, you can see me after. Okay, I'd like to get as many people in here as we can. If anybody has an open seat next to them, put your hand up if there's an open seat anywhere. Okay, if not, you guys are welcome to come down the sides. You're welcome to come and sit here. I'm not going to bite if you want to come and sit near the front and really get some of this energy going. And I just welcome all of you to come and have as many people in here as possible, because we're going to raise this roof, and together we're going to create amazing energy. And that's what this is all about. We're going to create this energy to get into that space where we can literally jump into the timeline where we want to be. So I really encourage everybody here. Just give everybody a round of applause, people sitting next to you, for being here. We're all going to work together. I'm so excited. So what are timelines? Well, we're here in this reality that you're experiencing, but sometimes we've kind of gotten off our path, right? So who knows what their soul purpose is? Okay, who kind of knows, but they're not sure how to get there? Okay, who's completely clueless? All right, so we're all on a journey. We're all here with a soul purpose. This is something that you love to do. This is something that you're good at, because it'd be kind of cruel if you came here and you were not very good at doing it, right? So you have a soul purpose, and a lot of times it is also involving helping people or serving people in some way. But you all have this passion. And sometimes we get taken off track, right? So we're here and we're on this straight track to our soul purpose, but then we kind of wander off, right? We wander off like, oh yeah, maybe I need to go over here and have this like bad experience. I'm trying to do this for a living. I want this for my career. This is my passion, but I'm going to go off and take this crappy job for a while that I don't really like, because I have to learn something. So this is one of the side tracks, right? How many people are doing that? Yeah? Or sometimes we need to learn to love ourselves, we need to learn to stick up for ourselves, we need to empower ourselves. So we need a couple of crappy relationships sometimes, right? So sometimes we go off on that track, right? Who's gone off and veered off on a crappy relationship track? All right, so sometimes we need that, right? So it's not that we're not on track, it's just we've taken a little bit of a loop-de-doo, right? So there's this guy over here. He took 3 left turns. Now he's completely lost. He's a guy, so he didn't want to ask for directions, but he's finally here, asking for directions and which way he's going. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Right? So we want to get on our path. All of them are paths to where we're going, and it's the journey. It's not really getting there. It's about the journey. But would you like to be on an easier path? Yeah. Would you like to be on something that is just fun and lots of abundance in your path and lots of great relationships in your path? Yeah? So sometimes we veer off our path. We have these difficult times because we're learning something. That's all about karmic energy, and the only person that's telling us to have that karmic energy is you. It's your soul that says, hey, I need to experience a few bad things, right? So you might have done something in a past life, and you might say, well, I want to experience that in this lifetime. Sometimes we just say, hey, I want to feel some pain and some anguish just for my karmic energy, right? So anybody still need that? Anybody still need that health condition? Anybody still need some bad debt? Anybody like to keep that? Right? So that's up to you to release your karma and to say, I don't need that anymore. It's all about getting the lesson from it. So today what I'd like to do is get the lessons from whatever path you veered off on, absorb that lesson and move on. Would you like to do that? Yay! Welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to share a little thing. So I haven't talked about this. In fact, before I came here to this Conscious Life Expo this time, I was asking what I should talk about. How many people have seen me before? A few, yeah. So I wanted to talk about something a little different, and I started to ask about healing and how exactly it works. And they showed me some things and told me to share a couple of things. So when I was younger, before I did all this freaky weird stuff, when I was like pretty normal, when I first moved to Hollywood, because I'm actually English, if you didn't notice. Well, I'm English, but I've been here a long time, so that makes me Australian. So anyway, I live in Hollywood, and I live with my boyfriend at the time, and I'm like in my early 20s. And we're going out for the evening. And we're in this kind of old Hollywood house, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm zoned out. Right, you know what you do, and you're kind of not really, just kind of like half zoned out, and I'm sipping a drink, and I'm waiting for my boyfriend to get ready, who's taking forever, right? So he's in the bedroom behind me, and he's changing his shirt and moving around and getting ready. And he's wearing this like bright, peachy, orangey shirt, right? So I'm looking out the window, and it's pitch black, and so I can see his reflection, and I can see him moving around behind me, and he's moving around. I'm talking, I'm chatting with him while he's moving around, and I can see in his reflection, he's moving in and out the bathroom, in the bedroom, and now he's sitting on the bed and he's chatting with me. And as I'm watching him, all of a sudden, another person, also wearing this bright orange shirt, comes walking across. Now there's two of them in the room, right? So he's still sitting there on the bed talking to me, and there's this other guy walking up and down the room with his back to me like this, and he's just in there. I start freaking out. Oh my God, it's a ghost, right? So come here, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. So he comes over, and this guy is still in the bedroom, right? So he comes over, and he's standing next to me, and I'm like, look at this reflection. There's a guy in your bedroom, right? And we can see this guy moving back and forth in the bedroom. And I said, look at that. And he goes, what are you talking about? I can't see anything. I said, look at that. That guy's, look, he's still walking around in the bedroom. And he's looking, he's like, I can't see anything. What are you talking about? I said, look at that. And then look back there. And now look here. And it's gone. The whole vision is gone. Not only can I not see him, I can't see any reflection. I can just see outside. And I realized I actually saw right through the wall, because there's a wall where the bedroom and the bathroom are, so I actually couldn't see anyway. I'd seen through the wall. Well, I run out of the house screaming, oh my God, I saw a ghost, right? And it didn't help that we already thought the place was haunted, and then my boyfriend kind of teased me about this rug kept moving and moving. So now I'm terrified. Now I do not want to go back in this house, because I am terrified to death that I've seen a ghost and that there was a ghost in this house. So it takes me a while before I can go back and sleep in this house again. Wasn't until years later that I realized, no, that was not a ghost. That was actually two versions of him. That was him wearing the same clothes, looked like him wearing that same shirt, because it was him. Those were two timelines together that I'd seen. Pretty freaky, huh? Why they showed me that? Sometimes they show you things that don't really come up till many years later. Now, how many of you have had anything like that, where you've seen something? You saw two different things going on at the same time?
And exactly the way you said it, I couldn't have seen it because it was through a wall.
So she saw exactly something very, very similar to the way I saw it, and saw through the wall too. So she saw two simultaneous lifetimes, right? So we have our lifetime that we're living, and I could be over here and I could pick up this glass of water, but then there's another version of me that's exactly the same that did not pick up the glass of water. And there's infinite number of timelines. Actually, Einstein, I think, he believed in infinite number of timelines, but he proved that there's at least 12 or 13 mathematically. So he proved that there are other dimensions and other timelines. Okay, somebody else over here had an experience, right? How many of you had deja vu experiences where you've been talking to somebody and you're like, I remember that conversation, I've had this conversation, right? How many people have had that experience? Or you feel like you've been somewhere before. Sometimes it's past life, but a lot of the times we are getting a glimpse into these other timelines. So, another experience happened to me. So I was pretty normal until I was 40. And then my auntie did Reiki on me, and she attuned me to Reiki. How many of you have had a Reiki attunement? Right, okay, so Reiki attunement, they put the symbols in, they open you up. Some people feel it. Some people feel this tingling, they feel it going through. I didn't feel anything. I'm like, nothing happened to me. No, I didn't feel anything. I'm not very psychically sensitive like a lot of you are. I'm more clairaudient. So I didn't think anything happened. I did have a physical thing where they thought I was having some kind of a stroke, but I wasn't, I was fine. Which I had a few times afterwards after I've overdone the healings, so I think it is connected to too much energy. Anyway, about a week or two after that, I went to some event, and it was a lady that was teaching a workshop on mediumship, and she was reading people, and I thought we were going because we were reading. So I was like, yeah, great, give me a reading. And then she had us getting up, and I started telling people all kinds of stuff, and these voices started coming to me, and then all of a sudden it was like I opened a door, and 1 minute I'm normal, and the next minute I got people coming, tell her, give her this message. No, I need to give her a message. No, don't go to sleep, I need a message. And it was just like, I'm going crazy. But I thought it was great at first. And so I start, hey, who wants a reading? I'll read everybody. And I start going nuts and reading everybody, and I can see things and see things that are not there, and strange things start happening to me. My girls think that I've lost my mind because I've forgotten to pick them up from school, or I can't do normal things. And that's the problem, is when you start to do this, to me you've got to be switched on or switched off, but when you're in that zone, you're in that zone, and you're walking around the supermarket going, oh, can I tell you something? I have a reading for you. So one day, she's little, and I dropped her off at her girlfriend's, and I said I'll be there at 1 o'clock to pick her up. So I'm driving along, it's almost 1 o'clock, and I'm about to get off the exit to where I'm going, and what feels like a second later, I'm in Hollywood. Oh my God, I zoned out. I went right past my exit. I went all the way into Hollywood, like 30 minutes past where I was going. What was I thinking? I just completely zoned out. I'm like half an hour away. And I'm like, whew, what did I do? I was, miles away. Okay, now I want to turn around and I'm going to concentrate. Okay, now I'm coming back up the road where I'm going to be almost to her house, but now I'm going to be a bit late. And when I turn that corner, then her building's going to be there on the left. And I turn the corner, I'm like, but that's not her building. I just made a turn there. I know what's going to be there. That looks like Laurel Canyon. There's the sign, Laurel Canyon. Wait a minute, how did I do that? I zoned out again. I'm like 30 minutes the other direction. How did I get there? So anyway, I finally, okay, now I need to concentrate. And I get back, and I get to the house, and I pick up my daughter. And I'm 5 minutes late. I went a half an hour one direction, and then I went a half an hour another direction in 5 minutes. And this is when I said, maybe I need to do something about this, because maybe this is a little too crazy. What I was doing was jumping timelines, but out of control, like spontaneously, which was kind of freaky. Anybody ever had that happen to them? Woo! Really? You've had that happen to you? That's fantastic. Well, I don't know. It's a bit unnerving. I was kind of freaked out about it. And that's when I decided, hey, I need to kind of ground myself. We have a physical life to live as well. But they showed me that we can jump timelines. What I'd like to do is to do it purposefully, not like when you're not expecting it, right? So you're on your soul purpose, and you've got a few things going on, and you've veered off. How many people have a health issue that they'd like to be on another timeline that doesn't have that health issue? Okay, so before I was coming here, I'm wondering what I was going to speak about. They reminded me that sometimes when I'm doing healing work, let's say I've got somebody here, and they've got an immune disease, and I say I want to do healing, and you'll see me, I don't know, how many people have you seen me do these demonstrations, right? So they'll see me holding space and doing healing work. Now, I'm actually not the one doing the healing. It's not like I got some like magical thing. What I'm doing is I'm just holding space. It's the healing is between the person and divine or God or source or whatever you believe. That's where the healing comes from. And a person here, as a physical healer, is somebody that's like a conduit. They're holding space for that person. Because that person can say a prayer, and often their prayer is going to be answered, and they can receive that healing. But oftentimes people don't believe, or it's become too dense. They're having a hard time. They're having a hard time believing that. And so they're not allowing themselves to receive that healing. And we also work with spirit guides. How many of you do healing in here? Do some kind of healing? Okay, so you're working with spirit guides, and spirit guides they're there also to be a conduit of the healing. They're there to be an assistant. But the real healing takes place between the person and source. And us as the physical and the spirits that come in, we're holding the energy. We're helping you to merge that energy, to receive that shift, to receive that healing. So as I'm doing this healing, I'm seeing this with my third eye. I'm seeing that the person sitting here, and they've got this something that's off, a dis-ease and a misalignment of energy. So they've got some blood issue. And then right next to them, like a millisecond away, is this other dimension, which is all the things that they have. It's their life, but they don't have that. And then when we asked for this healing, I didn't really know what's going on. I just asked that they get this healing. I'm just holding space. But I'd see this shift. I'd see this shift in energy. And what I'd see is them actually shifting in to this new energy field. And then all of a sudden, they don't have that. And so I've had people come to me afterwards and said, you know, I had 4th stage cancer. And we did this, even just out here in the audience, I did this meditation. This white light came over me. I felt it. And I don't have it anymore. Not like it was slowly getting better, but it was like there one day, gone the next, right? The only way I can explain that is that you are moving into another timeline that doesn't have that. And for everything that you have that is a block or something that's stuck, we can just move over into a timeline that doesn't have that. Okay, so I have somebody over here that's got something with their shoulder or their arm. They have a hard time lifting up the shoulder. This lady over here. All right, come on up. And you know, the reason we have any kind of block, health issue, I don't want to say we brought it on ourselves, but we're attracting that energy for a purpose. It's to teach us something. There's some reason that we have it, okay? So with you, are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay. And it's your right hand, right? Yeah.
It's this and the
Yeah.
arm bone.
Yeah, right here. Okay, so this is about not reaching for things yourself, right? So you're taking care of everybody else, looking after everybody else, putting everybody else first. But when it comes to reaching for your own goals, reaching for something, or just saying me, you don't want to take that.
I'm tired.
You're tired. No, but you're being very sweet, helping everybody else, and you're putting everybody else behind. Okay, right. So I want you to put your hand up and then show me where it hurts. Show me when you start to get pain. Okay, lift it up a little bit and then show me, like lift it like this. Like show me where does the pain start? There, right? Okay, right. Put your arm down. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to ask. I'm going to hold space for you. I'm going to ask for the healing between you and Divine Source, and we're going to ask beautiful divine spirits. We've got angels and spirits all around this room. We're going to ask them to come in now to give you, all of you, protection, that you all may get the healing that you are asking for today. We're asking beautiful divine beings that want to work with us, anyone that want to come in from the white light. And I'm specifically asking them right now to help with this, to release the energy of not feeling that she's allowed to have things, because we're all allowed the abundance. We're here to enjoy life, to have abundance in life, to be given things, and to have help from other people, and to receive the healing. And I'm asking for that, and I'm holding space and holding space. Are you ready to accept all the delicious things you'd like to have in this life? Give me a yes. Yes. Take a deep breath and release. Now, put your hand up. How far? Woo! Congratulations.
And I do have abundance.
Thank you, darling.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So, what happened there? She was here in the timeline with a physical issue that you can actually see. It's caused by an emotional issue, as they always are. And we asked to hold that energy, shift that energy for her, and we got that energy to high enough that she could shift into another timeline where she no longer had it. She had a completely healthy arm, and you can see it, right? Okay, who's the person with the leg, the problem walking with the leg? Okay, this lady over here, you want to come up? You might need to help her come up. Okay, you want to just put your back down the side there? Okay, there's some steps if that makes it easier. Okay, so tell me where it really hurts, where you're having a hard time walking.
I've got to get right knee replacement.
Okay, have a seat. Right. Right knee is your emotional, not moving forward emotionally. Left knee, left hip is not moving forward physically like I'm moving. So this is emotional, not moving forward emotionally.
Okay.
Do you know what that's about?
Probably.
Okay. So there's a feeling of I'm not sure I can get on my life purpose. I'm not sure how to move there, but it's also to do with a relationship, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now there's also a lot of stuff going on in the base chakra, and I keep going, and that's because there's stuff in the throat chakra, so it's hard for you to talk about it. Wow, I can't wait to do healing on her because it's going to be fixed. Please. Okay, so are you in a relationship where you're having a hard time talking?
Hell no. Not at the moment.
Okay, so what's the not being able to talk about?
Well, I've been in relationships and not being able to talk about things that were wrong, or maybe I choose incorrectly.
Okay, all right. And then what's going on with family stuff? There's old stuff with mum and dad as well.
My father passed away a few years ago now, and parents.
Yeah. All right, so you can see she don't even want to share a lot of the stuff that's going on. It's okay. It's all right. It's hard.
I don't understand it myself.
Yeah, you don't. Well, you don't understand a lot of it because yours actually started in past lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this life, when you were younger, your parents did things that you don't really understand why they did things.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like your father did, or he had a way of doing things, and your mother just didn't help. She just didn't interfere or do anything about it, kind of. Does that make sense?
Not really, but they were very young, and I wasn't the best child. I was rebellious and what have you. So we had different ways.
Okay. So, and then it's just manifested into different relationships she's got, and then ultimately having a hard time moving forward, moving on. Right? It's actually several different ways, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all manifested in your knee. Anybody else got knee problems? So your right knee, your right hip is not moving forward emotionally. Usually, like I'm in a relationship I need to move on from, I know I do, or I need to move on from this job. The left leg is more physical. I need to move physically. I need to move places, right? So we're going to work on all of you, but I'm going to work on her first, and I'm going to just hold space for her and see if we can do a little bit of energy healing on this side, okay? Right, so I'm going to ask for beautiful divine beings to come in all around you and help you to raise your vibration to get this shift. So in your mind, you're going to hold that, I would like this healing. And this healing is going to be emotional. It's about being able to have the courage to move forward, as well as all the physical problems. Would you like that? Give me a yes.
Hell yes. Thank you.
Hell yes. Take a deep breath. I'm going to hold the space. Take a deep breath and release. All right, one on the throat. Take a deep breath and release. Okay, get up and feel that knee. Oh, yeah.
It's opened up. Yeah.
Oh, it's opened up. It feels much better, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who else has something you like to work on? Some of the things you can physically see, obviously, and some of the things you can't see as well. Who else would like to be a volunteer for something? This lady over here. Yeah. Okay, you can be next. Hi, darling.
This is more emotional. I have the people pleaser syndrome, and I can't shake it.
Okay,
Yeah.
have a seat. All right, and this manifests in her area of romantic relationships. Do you have one right now?
Yes, I've been married for 10 years.
Okay. Are you pleasing in your relationship?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to manifest in her throat chakra, and then this is the area of your relationships down here. So let's just take a look. So you can't see it on her arm, right, or her leg, but here it is. Here's the energy coming in, and it should come all the way down, but when you get to her throat, it gets blocked and stuck. So this is a lot about the throat chakra, not talking about what she'd like. And then here we're romantic relationship area, and it's a little stuck right there. It should be nice, it should be rotating really nicely. So this is not something you physically see like an arm, because it's more an emotional thing, but we'll test again with the pendulum afterwards. All right, so let's put your hand right here. I'm going to think about when you're pleasing everybody, but you're not just pleasing everybody, you are also taking away from yourself. Keep quiet about that.
Yes.
Right? So I want you to think about some time when you feel like you've kind of been put aside. This also is at work, correct?
Yes.
Right. So this is not just in a relationship at home, this is in an actual workplace where she gets passed over. Right? We all have spirit guides around us. Have any of you ever seen pictures of orbs around you? Right? Especially when you're at an event like a wedding or a happy event, you're doing something fun, they come around you. Have you seen those in photographs? Right? Those are spirits coming around going, yay, this is great. Right? We have spirits around us that love, they're our guides, they're with us all the time. And when we feel that happiness and joy, it's great. They feel it too. So when we treat ourselves, they're going, yay, that's great. And then when we go, should have done that. Maybe I should take that back. Our guides so we want to treat ourselves, not for you, but for all your spirit world around you, right? So can you all make a promise today that you're going to treat yourself something nice every day, even if it's just like time with yourself or do something fun? Can we promise that we'll do that?
Yes.
You're going to promise that you'll do that?
Yes, I promise.
Okay, take a deep breath. We're going to ask for divine healing. I'm holding space between you and divine, asking beautiful divine beings to come all around you. Remove any negative energy that's stopping you from speaking out, stopping you from receiving the joy in this life. Would you like to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes.
What about the hell yes?
Hell yes.
Take a deep breath. And release. Okay, now, I don't know if you automatically feel a lightness.
I do.
Are you going to treat yourself something every day?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Hell yes. I felt giddy.
You feel giddy. Look at that. Look at that. That's her throat chakra now, nice and open. And also in the relationship there. There you go.
And I'm all hot and sweaty in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and you need to keep that.
Thank you.
We need to keep that going. All right, and the lady in the back that I promised. Oh, I was going to say what's wrong with you, but I think we can see.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, you're going to tell me you had an accident of some sort.
Yes, I fractured my ankle.
Okay, but why did you fracture your ankle?
Well, this is definitely energetic. Not trusting in myself, not allowing help. What else did I
So,
learn from it?
ankles again, not moving forward. It's a right ankle, so it's about more of an emotional, not moving forward emotionally. But yeah, you got it. So I thought you were going to tell me something like I got hit by a bus. What happened to you?
I was walking down and I think I stepped on a pothole and just came tumbling down.
Yeah, right? So she had something physically happen to her, and many people say, oh yeah, well, I was in a car accident. No, it's all connected. Why were you in that car accident? Why did you step in that pothole? It's because you manifested that energy in your leg. So she probably had something going on in that leg for a while and was not really taking notice of it. So it gives us signs, and then when we don't really get that sign and pay attention, that's when we step out in front of the bus. Right? So you had to go as far as manifesting it physically. And again, that's not moving forward. So do you know what area of your life you're not moving forward in?
In my spiritual path.
Okay, right? And so you want to do something more creative, more spiritual, even for a living. And right now you're in something and you feel like, well, I don't want to leave that because it's security and it's too afraid to make that leap, right?
The money, yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you have a belief that if you do something spiritual, you're not allowed to get paid?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. How many of you have that? If you're doing something spiritual, caring, loving, healing, it's bad to get paid. Right? It's not at all. It's a gift. It's your passion. It's what you're doing. So that's a block that we need to remove, and that's often your incidents from past lives. So you've been a healer in past lives, and you've charged for healing. You were a midwife and charging for healing, and then you got in trouble for it. And it's kind of like crossing that line. So you feel like once it becomes a business, that you could get in trouble for it. Mm-hmm. You're one of those people that needs to have the certificate on the wall with everything you do. Is that right?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No.
All right. All right, well, let's remove that. And we're removing all the karmic energy, all past lives, all lifetimes, everything that we're doing, and the physical area of it, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do that. All right. I want you just to say to Divine, I'm ready to move forward on my path. I now understand what my learning lesson was. I'm dissolving all karma. I don't need that anymore. Do you want to do that? Give me a big yes.
Yes!
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Release. Okay, now, I don't know if you can feel right away. Did you feel the energy shift going up? Can you get up and dance with that?
It doesn't feel tight.
Yay.
And I felt this tightness around my ankle.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, well, maybe we'll get to some more of those in a little bit, but I want to kind of move forward. So I'm going to introduce my daughter, Sydney Thackray, over there in the back. She's going to be handing out some crystals and some index cards. So some little bags of crystals. Just take one and then pass on the baggie, and then grab an index card, and we're going to be using them in a minute. So I want you to think about what would you like to have shift in your life? What are the patterns or the things that you'd like shifted? So do you have any little health issues that you'd like to be shifted? Would you like to be on a timeline with better health? What about family relationships? There's some family relationship stuff you would like to be on a better timeline for family stuff. And you know, sometimes people say, well, it's them that are doing it, or this is happening to me, it's external, right? But when you shift your energy, you'll be amazed at how people shift around you. So you might say, well, my brother doesn't speak to me, or this is happening to me at work. And you think you're completely out of control, but you're not out of control. When you shift your timeline, you'll be amazed at how everybody shifts with you. So that boss at work that you didn't like, they're either going to just get transferred somewhere else, or they're all of a sudden going to be really nice to you. So we don't need to worry about anybody else. And you can't do something to somebody else. You know, people come and they say, well, can you heal that person from doing this? That person is only in your life doing that because you have attracted that energetically, right? So the cards are coming round, and everybody grab a crystal, And you want to write down on your piece of paper the different things that you would like to shift to. A timeline that has these things not in it. So I'd like to be in a timeline that has better health. I'd like to be in a timeline where I lose 20 pounds. Look 10 years younger. You think I haven't tried that one? I want to be on a timeline that's my career is better. I'm on my soul purpose. I know what my soul purpose is. I have fantastic health. I have a loving, beautiful relationship. The people around me and my family are healthy. I don't have this debt. I have abundance in my life. I have abundance pouring through to me. So write down the different things. This is just between you and Spirit, so you don't need to explain it all on there. And it is just one little card. So you put anything else I've forgotten about. Just make some notes for yourself. And it's the energy of writing it down because you're giving permission. Because remember, why have you veered off your path? Why have you brought to yourself this little problem at work or this relationship or this argument? Why are you going through that? Why have you gone off on that little tangent? Well, because you're learning something from it. So as soon as you say, okay, I'd like to absorb the lesson from that, but I don't really want to have that anymore. I'm done with that, right? And the universe doesn't know until you give it permission. So the universe goes, nah, maybe she needs that bad leg a little bit longer. Right? Maybe she needs that bad back. Maybe she needs just one eye for a while. Right? So you have to give permission. And then on the back of the card, put your name and your email if you want to win some stuff at the end. Because I'm going to give away some free stuff at the end. So put your name and your email and make sure I can read it. And then you can win some stuff. At the end, I will collect your cards and I will also put them in my healing altar and help you also shift anything that we haven't managed to shift. But I'd like to shift everything for you in this session today. So if you're open to it, there's nothing stopping, right? Right, so how many people want to work themselves? Right, okay, well I am going to put you to work a little bit here. So we're going to be working on, work on some other people as well. I want to teach you how to help somebody holding this energy for them. All right, so we can write down the things that you want to do in your life, and on the back put your name and your email. And then does anybody have a crystal? Anybody not got a crystal? Put your hand up. Okay, so the crystal bags, where are they? Put your hand up if you did not get a crystal. Come and send some bags around that area. So the crystal bags, move them around and make sure everybody gets a crystal. What's the crystal bags? Sorry. Thank you. There's only a few little ones left in them. So crystals have very high energy, and what we're gonna do is I need to get you into that energy state to shift these timelines, right? So how did I shift spontaneously these timelines when I did, and how am I holding the space for people that are shifting timelines here? How are we doing that? Well, to shift timelines, you need to get to that amazing frequency, that amazing energy of beautiful love. So, how many of your experience where you're having a good day, something great happened, and then more good things happen, and more good things happen? How many of you had that experience? Yeah, so they say law of attraction. When you start being grateful and you're happy and things are going well, you're attracting more good things. You're in that frequency. You're in that frequency of happiness and abundance, and you're attracting more things to you. Right? How many of you are in the frequency, I mean, we all do it, where things going wrong, right? It's going good, and then something else happens, and then you get a phone call, it's not right, and it's almost like when you get that frequency, you're also attracting other issues, right? So we're frequency beings, we're energetic beings, and we attract frequencies to us. So when we're in a negative down frequency, down this negative spiral, you've got to stop yourself and switch yourself consciously into the positive. I want to show you how to get into the strongest, most positive frequency. What is the most positive frequency that we have? Perfect. Exactly. Right. So we're going to get into the frequency of love. In that frequency of love that we have the strongest, that we can move into the timelines that we want, and that we can also hold space for other people. So let's just dive into that frequency. So you put your cards down for a second. Everybody got a crystal? Everybody not got a crystal? Okay, great. So you can hold your crystal. Crystals have great energy, so I'm just giving it to you for a little bit of a booster. These came from a sacred place. They were blessed. So even though they're tiny, they have that great energy. You can also use other kinds of crystals and other things that you have. Sacred, blessed items. If you're religious, often religious items too have that energy. But that's why we use these high energy things. So you can hold your crystal over your heart. You got the music? And let's feel and create this energy. When you do, I'm going to see if I can open up your psychic eye. So just relax, open your arms and your legs, don't have any energy crossed. Hold your crystal over your heart. Close your eyes. We're going to imagine that there's a beautiful ball of white light all around you. And that white light energy coming down over you. This is white light of protection. We're now covered in this beautiful white light. Now we're going to create this feeling of love. So I want you to think about somebody who is in spirit that you love very much. If you don't have anybody in spirit that you're that close to, you can use somebody at home. But it's really good if you have somebody in spirit that you love, that you've lost. And we're going to ask them to come to us right now. We're going to imagine that they're here sitting next to us. Usually they come in on your right. Imagine that they're here and you're holding their hand. If you don't have somebody special, you can also use a pet. You can use a pet that's in spirit, you can use a pet that's at home, you can use a baby. I want somebody that you feel that love connection with. So if you've got somebody here in spirit, imagine that they're here on your right hand side and you're holding their hand. And just feel their energy. And if they were here right now, what would you want to say to them? Tell them what they've missed. Tell them what you'd like to share with them. Squeeze their hand and tell them how much you love them. And then listen to them. If they were here right now, what would they say to you? Feel them telling you how much they love you. And some of you may get emotional, but it's a good emotion. It's a beautiful emotion. It's that feeling of love. I want you just to feel overwhelmed with love. Get that feeling and make that stronger and stronger and stronger. Feel it welling up in your heart. As you feel love and you share love to a person, it brings in that energy from divine source. That energy comes down through your crown and into your heart chakra. And it overflows from your heart chakra to the other person. So as you open your heart and you love another person, you're automatically receiving the energy. The energy is coming in from divine, it's coming into your body, it's coming through your heart, and you're spilling out. So when people say to you, open your heart, that's what they're talking about. When you express love to somebody else, that's when this healing energy is coming down and through you. That's when you are most connected. Feel that energy as strong as you can. Just feel the love that you have for that person. And just feel it as deeply as you can so that love is overflowing. And it's fine to be emotional. I see some people crying, but that's good because it's a loving cry. It's a beautiful cry. And this is why sometimes when you feel spirit come through you, it makes you emotional because it is the feeling of love. So feel that love of that person that you love dearly and is there. And as we do this, I'm going to ask beautiful divine beings that are around here. I'm going to call in all the energies that are here. Saint Rita, Dr. Augusto, Jose Valdivino, Rabbi G, Jesus, Mary. Beautiful guides and masters that you have, your personal angels, your guardian angels are with you, all around you. We ask them to come and bless you and work with you and feel that energy as it comes down through you. And we're now asking to open up your third eye. Go ahead and put your hands over your third eye. And we're asking for that connection to open up your third eye so that you can feel and sense and see through your third eye. That we can be connected to these beautiful beings and that we can hold this loving energy and that we can feel it. Do you want to do that? Give me a big yes. And let's release it through your third eye. And some of you may even seem like a blue or a purple light through your third eye, even with your eyes closed. And feel that feeling of love. Okay, this feeling of love is the energy that we're going to be holding. So without losing that feeling of love, gently open your eyes, stand up, turn to somebody you've never met in your life and give them a big hug. I haven't finished. I'm going to want it again though. Okay. Say hi to your new partner. The person you never met in your life is going to be your new partner. So choose somebody that's going to be a partner with you. Preferably somebody you don't know, but it's okay. So find a person next to you, and that's going to be your partner. Okay, who does not have a partner? Put your hand up if you need a partner. Okay, the gentleman behind you, he's going to be your partner. Okay, who else does not have a partner? The lady here who does not have a partner. Anybody else not have a partner? Okay, the lady there on the end, you too. Oh, that's okay, you can do that. All right, there's another person over there doesn't have a partner. Who else needs a partner? This gentleman here. Do you think you could come all the way over here and be with him? Okay. All right, so we all got a partner. Oh, one more. Who else needs a partner? There's a lady in the back. Put your hand up. And there's a gentleman over here. Okay, lady in the back. Gentlemen, put your hand up. Okay, stand up if you do not have a partner. And who at the back did not have a partner? I got a partner. This little one, you know, have you seen that? Animals love to be where the energy is, right? They love that. It's like when you do Reiki, they want to be on the Reiki bed. Okay, everybody got a partner. There's this gentleman here, if you want to go to the back, and we'll either find you a partner or one of our volunteers. You need one? Okay, you can go to the back. All right, Sydney, the gentleman at the back needs a partner. Who else? Do you have a partner here, lady? Sweetie, do you have a partner? Does she have a partner? Okay. Anybody does not have a partner? Anybody else? Okay, this gentleman here, you're going to partner with that gentleman at the back. Right, so you can either go to the back or you can come here. Right, decide if you, out of the two of you, who's going to go first? Who's going to be the healer first and who's going to be the client? And the healer can stand up and the client can sit down. Have you got a partner? Huh? Okay, go to the back. This guy over here wants it. Yes. Anybody else need help with a partner? Okay, so we're going to decide who's going to go first, who's going to be the healer. You can stand up, and who's going to be the client. They can sit down. Unless you've got bad knees or something and you want to stay seated, you can both be seated if you need to. Otherwise, if you're a healer, stand up, and a client, sit down. Does everybody have a partner? We're good. All right, we're ready? So what we're going to do is, the healers, I'm going to walk you through this, but we're going to hold space for our client, our partner, right? So, client, out of your list, I want you to decide something you want to work on. Pick one thing at a time. So pick a thing you want to work on. Tell your partner what you want to work on. Can be a physical issue, can be an emotional block. So pick one thing to start with that you want to work on. And tell your partner.
It's almost 1. Yeah, it's a 1:30, right?
Okay, are we ready? All right. Shh. Right, so the healers, you're going to follow me, and the person sitting down, you're just going to enjoy it and have fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to help them shift that energy. Right, so the person sitting down, you've chosen what it is that you want to work on. And then the person who's going to be the healer, I'm going to guide you through holding the energy, okay? Right, so let's all get really quiet. Client, you can sit there, relax, close your eyes. Healers, nice and quiet. First, healers, let's put a bubble of white light around you. Just imagine you've got a bubble of white light. We're all protected. We're only working with beautiful, divine beings. I like to connect in with the guides that we're working with and do a switch on. So if you want to do that, tap 3 times on your crown. Tap 3 times on your left hand. Tap 3 times on your right hand. And hold out your hands and just say, I want to be a channel of your beautiful energy and hold the space and energy for my client. Now come over to your client, and you can put 2 hands just a little bit away from them. So you can put one on the back of the head, you could put one in front of their heart chakra, you could put one in the back, one in the front. I just want you to be a couple of inches away from the body with both hands there. And then healer, now we're going to concentrate on bringing in that light. We're going to ask to connect you to be a channel of energy. We want to raise that channel of energy. You're holding space, you're holding light for your client. And we want to raise that vibration. So what you want to do is you want to think about that person that you love very much and create that feeling of love within inside you. So create that feeling of love. Feel yourself being a channel of that loving energy that comes down through you. And let's create that feeling stronger and stronger and stronger. And you'll feel that love. You may see it as a white light coming down over your client. See it as like a channel of white light energy. You're holding the space for them. And you're asking your spirit guides just in your mind that you want to be a channel of energy to shift them into a timeline that is perfect for them, that they don't have this issue that they would like to resolve. So feel that feeling, raise the energy, raise the energy. You can take some deep breaths if you like. Bring that energy in, feel that energy of love. Get that energy as high as you can. Ask your client when you feel like you're ready. Ask your client, are you ready? Give me a yes. Okay, now put your hands there, concentrate, raising the energy, raising the energy. Are you ready? And shift it. Woo! Okay, shake it off. Now, ask them how they felt. If it's something physical you can see, does it feel better? that good? Did they feel it? All right, now we're going to switch roles. So the new healer, you stand up and tell the other person what you want to work on. Down. Just play something up next time. Was it working last time? Did it work last time? It's okay because I have to talk to you. Okay. All right. You got those cards that we had earlier? Did you write down all the stuff that you want to have? Right, so now I'm just gonna show you how to do it on yourselves. Now we're gonna work just on yourselves and all the things that you want shifted. Right, so think about the things that are on your card. If you didn't write them down, go ahead and write them down. Make sure on the back of your card you've got your name and your email. I'll click those up at the end. And you don't need to write a whole detail, just kind of jog your memory on what you want. And so this is something that we can do on ourselves at any time. I like to do this at night. I like to do this, or maybe first thing in the morning to set my attention. Or if you're having a spiral out of control day, this is a good time to do this. All right, so now let's relax. Uncross your arms and your legs. You can put your notes down for a minute. You can use your crystal if you like. Use your crystal, hold your crystal over your heart. So you can use any crystals that you have at home. I like to have ones that are, I call them my personal crystals, because crystals are like crystal beings. They kind of become attached to you. So I have ones that I like to work with. You may have some at home, but this little one's is quite powerful, so you can hold that over your heart. Close your eyes. And so this is something that you can do at home by yourself. And to start, you're just going to think about that person that you love that's going to help you to get into that space. So think about that person that's in spirit that you love very much, and think about them coming and sitting next to you. And think about if they were here, holding your hand and telling you how much they love you and how much you love them. Have a little conversation with them, tell them what's been going on in your life. And then listen to them, see what they would say back to you. Just take a moment just to ask them something, tell them something, and then just hold their hand and hold that space and see what they want to tell you. Overflowing your heart. So the best way to receive healing for yourself is to say, who can I love? Who can I send some love to? Sending love to someone is the single most important thing that's going to bring about your healing. So send love to someone, you send love to people at home. Think of people that you know that need love. Open your heart and start running that love. Start opening your heart, flowing that love from your heart as you are expressing it in your mind. You're expressing that love. And you're just flowing now. You're in the flow. It's coming down. It's opening up that void, and that light's coming down from divine source and coming into your body and overflowing your heart. And then you become like a vessel of light. So there's so much light and love. It's like a tube of light that comes down all around you. You're in this amazing vibration until every cell of your body is in this vibration. And when you're really, really feeling it, you are going to get emotional. You're going to feel that feeling of love. The stronger, the higher frequency we get, the more feeling of this love that we get, the more ready we are to jump into a timeline. So let's really create that feeling. Okay, now what do you want to have in your life? Let's start by working on family. Do you want to be on a timeline where you've got perfect relationships in your family is happy and healthy, you've got perfect love relationships, you're feeling that love from your friends and your family, your relationships are beautiful. We're not thinking about any problems that we have because they're all going to be gone. In this new timeline, we have amazing relationships. So I want you to think about this new timeline with how wonderful these relationships are, how loving these relationships are, how amazing these relationships are. Feel the love that you have for these people. Do you want to jump into that timeline? Do you want to jump there? Yes! Hell yes! Move it. 1, 2, 3, shift. And you'll feel that love come over you. Okay, what about physical stuff? Do you still have any little physical stuff, big physical stuff? Do you have any physical stuff that you'd like to be more healthy? Would you like to be in a timeline? Everything else is the same, but now we're going to move into a timeline that has got more health, vitality. Any of those little things that don't work, they're going to be fixed. So let's think about that timeline where you feel energetic, you're running, you're healthy, you're fit, you're vibrant, you feel the best ever, you look 10 years younger, you look happy and vibrant, you're in fantastic shape. Do you want to be in that timeline? Yes. Feel that energy, you ready for that shift? 1, 2, 3, shift! Do you want to be in a timeline with abundance, with success, where your career is amazing? Do you want to be in that timeline where there's more abundance in your life? Abundance is just flowing. Everything you need is coming to you, everything that you desire to do, getting a lot of recognition at work. You're starting your new job that you're passionate about. You feel fulfilled. Would you like abundance and success in your life? Yes! 1, 2, 3, shift! All right, let's just shift all of it. Let's just think of everything that's on your card, anything else that you haven't shifted yet, everything on your card. Do you want to be in a timeline where you've got fantastic relationships, fantastic health, fantastic abundance and success, and everything else that you're dreaming of? You're waking up tomorrow morning, you're living your soul purpose, and you're feeling fantastic. Do you want to be on that timeline? Give me a big yes! Yes! 1, 2, 3, shift! Woo! Do you feel it? Okay, stand up now. Let's get used to it. Let's feel that new timeline. Yeah. Right? And we've got all that excess love, so turn to somebody you've not met, your partner, give them a big hug. Let's spread some of that love. And here's the deal. You've got to go outside this expo today. You've got to go around this expo and you've got to share some of that love, all right? So I want you to share some of that love with everybody else. Pass your cards up. Pass your cards up. Dean will help collect them up. Pass your cards up. We're going to win some free stuff. So I will take your cards and I will also put them in my altar with a beautiful energy and ask that this shift comes about. Pass your cards up. We're going to win some free stuff. Okay, everybody take a seat for a second. Pass your cards up. We're going to win some free stuff. So have a seat. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear how fantastic your new timeline is. And I want you to share some of that love today with somebody else at the conference. Did you enjoy that? Yes. Did you feel it from your partner? Yes. Okay, while we're collecting the cards, tomorrow I'm going to be working on subconscious regression. So if you're interested in past life regression, your subconscious healing, we have a lot of stuff that's buried that we don't know about. So a lot of our issues are hidden from early childhood that we've suppressed. We don't even know why we've got patterns, right? So if you've got issues in your life, but you're not even sure why you've got it, you don't know what it's about, that's often from our early childhood and could even go back into a past life. How many people are interested in that? Great. So I'm going to be working on you, but I'm also going to be teaching you how to do that. So anybody interested in learning how to do that? Like if you want to do healing work yourself, you want to be able to do that on clients? Okay, so that's tomorrow. It's a workshop at 12 o'clock, and you can get tickets from the expo. Tonight, we're going to be doing a cacao ceremony. Sydney is going to be leading the cacao side of it. That is the sacred chocolates. And it's a celebration of the number 9. So this is releasing karmic energy. So anything that you've not completed, it's about releasing that. I'm going to be working on you individually. So it's only a small group. I think we're only allowing like 8 or 10 people. So it's a very small private group. We'll do the cacao ceremony, the healing frequency, and I will be actually coming around and working on people while you're doing it. So you can tell me beforehand what particular things you want to shift. And we'll know. And I'm also doing some private sessions. I'm doing just a few every day. I don't normally do private sessions, but I know people ask for it. So I have a couple of those. You can come to my booth and sign up. So the cacao session tonight, you can come to my booth, M10, which is right around the corner. It's on this floor. It's right at the top of the stairs. So if you want to come there afterwards, I only have a couple of private sessions. Maybe I can do maybe 2 today and 2 tomorrow. I'm not doing many. And then that cacao ceremony is tonight at 7 o'clock till about 8:30. So you should still be able to go to that big event tonight after the cacao. All right, so let's pick some winners.
Do we have all the cards?
Anybody not send their card up?
Bring up the card.
All right, so I said that when I was younger, I didn't realize I had any psychic abilities. I thought I just had little freaky life moments. I think we all have freaky life moments. And so this is the book I wrote about that. It's about realizing how we're all psychic, but we all have different ways. Some people it's more visual, some people it's we feel it more, right? So I'm hoping that this will relate to some of the things that you have going on. So let's pick a budding medium in the audience that should get the freaky life moments. Who's that?
Serena?
It's C-Y-R-E, Serena Houdini. Congratulations. Come on up. So you are a medium.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I feel so blessed.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
you should be practicing on doing more visual cards and things because you're very, very talented. So that's why they give me that.
This is my first time meeting you.
Oh, thank
Amazing.
you.
Thank you.
And then I went to the Philippines and I studied with the healers out there, do psychic surgery, pull things out of people. It's pretty freaky. So the gift goes to
Danielle Angel.
Danielle Angel. Come on up. And Danielle is obviously a healer. Might not know it yet, but you are. So
Thank you.
strangely enough, when people read that, as they read about like other modalities, just by reading it, if you resonate with it, the energy will start coming through. Pets, who is a little critter at home? So we can speak to our pets. They are much more intuitive and in tune than we are. So it's all the same thing. When you learn to become a medium, you learn to connect with your pets. They can hear us all the time. We just have a hard time hearing them. And that goes to?
Trey.
Trey?
Tray. Tracy.
T-R-I. Is it?
No? I'm picking someone else. No?
No.
Okay, Christina.
Christina? Christina, yay, congratulations. All right, they're telling us to hurry up. So who wants more abundance in their life? Who talked about you'd like more abundance in their life? Okay, anybody not want more abundance in their life?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling. 30 Days to Prosperity, the first book I ever wrote. I didn't really write it, I cheated it because Spirit wrote it and downloaded it onto my computer, and that's why it works really good. So it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. I've had people buy this for their son or daughter who don't believe in anything. If you do it for 30 days, it works. And that goes to?
Betty.
Betty. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I also have it on my site for free. So if you go to gailthackray.com, I have that course for free. I also have a Reiki Level 1 for free. So if you want to become certified Reiki Level 1, I have that. But anybody done Reiki in here? Yay. Okay, so I teach all the levels of Reiki. I also do Tibetan Reiki with my Yusui, and this goes to Enju, A-N. Yeah, have you done any Reiki before? Okay, so if you want to switch it for a higher level, you can bring that to my booth. Yeah, thank you. We were talking about energy vibrations and how when we raise our vibration, we can jump into that timeline. We resonate with it. That's all about positive thinking. This is a book from the 1920s called As a Man Thinketh that back in those days, they were talking about positive thinking. This is an amazing book. And this goes to?
Martha.
Martha. Congratulations, Martha. Okay, but you are all amazing manifestors. I love you all. You all get a free book. I have one of those for everybody. If you have that one already, I've got some other ones too. So you'll come back to my booth and you've all won a free book. So congratulations to everybody. So I'll see you back at my booth. It's around the corner, M10. It's on the top floor. Come back. I'll give you a free book. I'll sign your book for you if you've got any questions about today. And I love you guys. This is amazing. I hope to see you tonight at the cacao ceremony or tomorrow at my workshop. I love you so much. Cacao ceremony, so it's like a private healing session in our suite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the cacao ceremony is in our private suite upstairs. So it's only going to be about 8 or 10 people. It's a kind of a semi-private healing session and a sacred cacao session with the frequency, the singing, and the singing bowls. And it's $99. That's tonight at 7 o'clock. But you can come to my booth and find out more, and I'll give you a ticket if you want. Yeah. Yeah. So
sometimes I would even all of a sudden it's like I came to, but I'm driving and my kids are in the car and they weren't before, and I'm like, what happened? Like, did I go pick you up? And I just didn't know what was going on. I was about to be, and so, but yeah, it was a lot of medical stuff. But the doctor told me to meditate, and I was in a wheelchair and had really lost the ability to move quite a bit of my body. And I'm like, I was meditating.
So they were actually showing you. They were showing you that.
I know, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Symptom free now.
Thank you.
Thank
Yay.
you so much. And every time she comes to visit my house, that's my daughter, she gets symptoms of breathing and stuff like this. She's the only one.